I rise today in opposition to H.R. 86-448, the so-called Invest to Protect Act. All the bills that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle rushed to the floor today are nothing more than kind of last-minute political items, obviously a few weeks out from Election Day. They'll use these bills to claim that they support funding the police. However, the American people are not fooled. They saw Democrats around the country call for these defunding of the police. There's video that continues to run ad nauseum with examples of that, and it was all in the wake of George Floyd's death. And we only need to look at the House Judiciary Committee Democrats' refusal to take up these bills in regular order for further evidence that these bills are a political stunt. Just this week, Judiciary Democrats postponed a hearing on the organized retail theft until after the election. The simple truth is Democrats have no interest in putting forth a serious effort to reduce crime. All the money in these grant programs don't mean a thing if left-wing prosecutors continue to let violent criminals out with little or no bail. That's why yesterday, myself and some of my colleagues introduced Keeping Violent Offenders Off Our Streets Act. After last year's horrific attack in my district in the Waukesha Christmas parade, this bill takes 3 steps to push back on radical left-wing bills. It conditions the burn grant program funding on meeting the federal pretrial release factors on a floor. It reduces grant funding by 75% unless state and local jurisdictions develop and maintain a public safety report. The problem in Waukesha was that later on, the DA said, boy, we didn't know what was going on in other states. We didn't know that there were any other crimes committed there. And then judges not having enough information prior to setting bail. We can't let people off the hook just by saying we just didn't have enough information. 6 people died in the Waukesha Christmas parade because no one took the time to figure out that this individual that was before them was absolutely one of the most dangerous people living in Wisconsin. States would be further incentivized to report this information to the National Crime Information Center. It would bring transparency, and it would change the bail system. Mr. Speaker, there are solutions to these issues, but unfortunately, there's a faction of the Democrat Party that simply continue to run the opposite way. I don't know if it's to assure their constituencies that they're with them, but that time is over. And unfortunately, as we are in the middle of September, right before the November elections, the Democrats finally woke up, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Ohio.